Let's make conditum paradoxum, a wine recipe from the 1st century AD taken from the Devi Coquinaria, the oldest cookbook in the world. To make this vinum candidum, or white wine, grapes would have been stomped on by foot immediately after they were harvested. Besides being stomped underfoot, many vineyards would have also pushed their grapes through a press, and while this juice would have been considered to be lower quality, it was also believed to have had higher medicinal properties. We'll then strain our mixture through a column or colander to separate grape skin or seed before fermentation. Wine then would have been placed into a terracotta pot called an amphore, similar to this one, or a dalium, which was lined with beeswax and buried up to its neck in the ground for fermentation. Depending on the value of a wine, fermentation periods could range anywhere from a couple of days to several months, but vintage wines were preferred to have been aged for at least a couple of decades. Like most other aspects of Roman life, class distinction played a big role in Roman viticulture. Convivium, similar to a Greek symposium, was a party rooted in social and familiar hierarchies. Now that our wine's fermented, we'll pour 1 cup of honey into a pot, add roughly 75 milliliters of white wine, and then bring the mixture to a boil on the stove. Boiling wine was common both before and after its fermentation, as was adding hot water with an autopsy, or a water boiler. For this recipe, we'll be spicing our wine with black pepper, saffron, bay leaves, dates, and fennel seeds as a substitution to mastic gum, which is traditionally made of tree sap only found on the islands of Greece. While this recipe was for the Saturnalia festival, spiced and honey wines were common in daily life. The Romans also frequently mixed water or seawater with their wine, helping to kill bacteria and prevent overindulgence. Essential, as during the empire it's predicted that the average Roman drank a bottle of wine per day. Once our wine has come to a boil, we'll reduce the heat and let it simmer for about 10 minutes before straining out all of our spices. Since the original recipe was measured in sextuae, most modern renditions recommend a 1:10 ratio of spiced wine to plain white wine. You can bottle it, share it with friends, or save it for Saturnalia, but always remember Pliny's warning, in vino veritas.